Afterimage is a richly drawn action RPG with a vast hand-painted world and sharp combat pacing. Exploration stays rewarding thanks to layered maps, smart shortcuts, and constant discoveries. Combat rewards patience and skill, with varied enemies and bosses that push learning and timing. The story keeps a quiet mystery tone, supported by expressive art and strong music. Progression systems stay deep without confusion, encouraging curiosity and mastery. Movement remains responsive, and difficulty scaling respects time while keeping tension high. Rune Factory 4 Special shines with its charming mix of farming, dungeon crawling, and relationship building. The world feels alive, filled with quirky characters and rewarding activities that never feel repetitive. Combat is simple yet satisfying, and the ability to grow bonds with townsfolk adds depth. From growing crops to taming monsters, there's always something fun to do. With vibrant visuals and a cheerful atmosphere, the game keeps things engaging at every turn. A delightful journey for fans of cozy adventures.
Don't push yourself too hard now.
Child of Light Ultimate Edition glows with its watercolor, art style, and poetic storytelling. The turn-based combat is engaging, with a clever timeline system that keeps battles strategic without becoming overwhelming. The rhyming dialogue adds a whimsical touch, and the music suits the fairy tale world perfectly. It's a gentle, thoughtful adventure that stays memorable through its atmosphere and heart. A quiet journey that feels like reading a storybook come to life, with just the right balance of magic and melancholy. Double Dragon Gaiden, Rise of the Dragons, is a smart return to classic street brawling, packed with punchy combat and sharp pacing. The tag team system keeps fights lively, while roguelite progress adds replay value without slowing the action. Colorful pixel art and bold characters give the city real attitude. Boss fights test timing and crowd control, and co-op chaos stays fun and fair. A confident revival that respects its roots while staying fresh. Music hits hard, stages stay varied, and upgrades reward smart choices during long play sessions. BLAZBLUE Cross-Tag Battle offers the ultimate showdown. This game combines fan-favorite characters from BLAZBLUE, Persona, Under Night in Birth, and Ruby into an explosive 2 vs 2 team combat with amazing 2D graphics, tight mechanics, and fluid gameplay. Arc System Works has produced a game that will appeal to both fighting game veterans and newbies. Join the crossover between universes, delve into tag team gaming, and compete against friends or online opponents.
I'm done holding back! It ends now!
Caroline Walker is on a quest to locate the lost twin girls at a mystery home. She awakens and linked to antiquated medical equipment in a bathtub, and she must explore the mansion's halls to discover its mysteries. The game adds a new touch to classic survival horror with an updated control mechanism and dynamic camera. Caroline must engage in violent battle, remain vigilant, and solve complex riddles to discover the mansion's hidden mysteries. Mirrors serve as doorways to alternative realms, and Caroline must navigate them to change reality. Rune Factory 5 is a cozy mix of farming, dungeon crawling, and relationship building that feels both laid back and rewarding. Combat is smooth enough to stay engaging, while daily life tasks give a strong sense of progression. The characters are distinct and memorable, with dialogue that adds personality to each encounter. While the visuals lean more functional than flashy, the world feels alive and worth exploring. A relaxing adventure that grows better with time and care, like the crops it encourages planting.
And I truly learned to see.
Cris Tales draws the eye with its vibrant hand-drawn art and clever time-shifting mechanic. Battles unfold in classic turn-based style, but the twist of manipulating past, present, and future adds a fresh layer of strategy. The story stays engaging, supported by distinct characters and rich environments. While the pacing dips at moments, the inventive combat and visual flair keep momentum going. As a modern tribute to JRPGs, it respects the genre while adding something genuinely new to the formula.
Will learn the future is what I choose to make it.
Conflict breaks across a battlefield where legends clash for control of a fractured realm. The protagonist serves as a tactical commander, guiding heroic spirits through shifting fronts with authority. Combat flows in fast surges, mixing sweeping crowd control with sharp duels that reward timing and awareness. Progression systems encourage experimentation through loadouts, bond perks, and branching routes that reveal new encounters. Clean anime visuals and a driving soundtrack reinforce momentum. Fate EXTELLA Link stands as a focused, satisfying action saga. Silent Hope shines with its atmospheric world and satisfying dungeon crawling loop. Each character brings unique combat styles, encouraging experimentation and smart strategy. The visual design is vibrant, and the soundtrack enhances the sense of mystery without overwhelming. Crafting and upgrading gear adds depth, keeping progression engaging. Story beats unfold at a steady pace, rewarding curiosity with rich lore. A solid adventure that quietly grows more engaging the deeper it goes, making every return trip to the abyss feel worthwhile. Story of Seasons, a wonderful life charms with its heartfelt pacing and timeless rural setting. From raising animals to nurturing relationships, every day feels meaningful and rewarding. The visuals are soft and warm, matching the cozy atmosphere perfectly. The characters grow with the seasons, creating a real sense of connection and progress. Farming, fishing, and exploring never feel rushed, encouraging players to relax and enjoy the rhythm of nature. A comforting game that rewards patience and care with lasting joy. Rune Factory 3 Special creates a relaxing rhythm of life and adventure where farming, friendships, and dungeon crawling naturally fall into place. The refreshed visuals and improved mechanics bring new life to a beloved classic, while the whimsical world and cast remain as endearing as ever. Combat feels smooth, and daily routines are satisfying without becoming repetitive. A welcome return that rewards patience, curiosity, and a love for lighthearted fantasy woven into everyday moments. Fate EXTELLA, the Umbral star, bursts with flashy combat and a colorful roster of iconic characters that anime fans will instantly recognize. The fast-paced action keeps things thrilling across large-scale battles, while the story adds layers of intrigue with multiple perspectives. The visuals are stylish, and the soundtrack energizes every encounter. Fans of the Fate universe will appreciate how faithfully characters are portrayed. A vibrant game with satisfying depth, it keeps the momentum going with each mission and never loses its charm. Eiyuden Chronicle Rising is an engaging adventure with vibrant towns and lively characters that make exploration genuinely fun. Combat is satisfying and strategic, encouraging smart planning rather than button mashing. The story unfolds with heart and humor, keeping players invested in every mission. Side quests are meaningful, giving depth without overstaying their welcome. The progression system is rewarding, making every battle and discovery feel worthwhile. A strong pick for RPG fans seeking an absorbing journey.
Lightning.
9 Parchments is a cooperative action RPG that feels both fun and rewarding. The magic-based combat keeps things lively with a wide variety of spells that encourage experimentation, and the chaotic battles become even more entertaining when playing with friends. Each new parchment unlocks fresh strategies, and the progression system keeps the adventure engaging from one stage to the next. The colorful art style and fluid animations make it easy to stay immersed, while the balance of challenge and discovery gives the game a lasting charm.
To farmers. We plant seeds to create.
Farmagia is a delightful blend of monster raising and farming, presented in a vibrant anime style. You play as Ten, a young mage who trains magical creatures to fight and tend to his farm. The battle is surprisingly sophisticated, since various species have distinct powers that affect both conflicts and farming. While the fundamental gameplay loop is addicting, resource management might seem a bit boring. The plot is playful yet interesting, and the bright images bring the scenario to life. If you like games like Rune Factory, this is worth a look.
Lend your power!
Believe in your... DEADCRAFT throws players into a wild post-apocalyptic world where growing zombie allies is just another day's work. The mix of survival mechanics, farming, and combat feels fresh, especially with the mutant abilities shaking up standard gameplay. Building up a base, scavenging for parts, and managing hunger and infection adds a real sense of urgency. It's a strange but satisfying ride that rewards creativity and experimentation. For those who enjoy something offbeat and challenging, this game delivers plenty to sink into. Mugen Souls thrives on outrageous humor, over-the-top battles, and a wild cast that never takes itself too seriously. Combat leans into the absurd with massive combos and customizable party antics that keep battles unpredictable. Its art style beams with color, and the soundtrack adds a fun energy to every moment. While some mechanics feel layered deep, those who stick with it will uncover a world brimming with chaotic charm and offbeat laughs. A joyful chaos wrapped in vibrant, anime-inspired madness. EARTHLOCK is a turn-based RPG that leans into classic roots with modern touches. The world feels rich with lore, and the art direction gives the journey a distinct tone. Combat relies on smart strategy, encouraging thoughtful choices rather than rushing in. Characters grow in satisfying ways, and the crafting and talent boards provide depth without overwhelming. Its pacing stays consistent, and the soundtrack complements each moment without being overbearing. For those who enjoy methodical battles, this game hits a reliable stride. Olive Town is a tranquil town founded by your grandpa and his friends. You must carry on his legacy by cultivating crops, rearing animals, creating connections, and getting to know the inhabitants as you take over his farm. You may build your farm from the ground up, collecting resources to upgrade infrastructure, upgrading tools, and commissioning new costumes and accessories. The farm provides limitless opportunities, from clearing land to manufacturing decorations and amenities. Earth sprites can also be found in unknown areas such as gardens, an island in the sky. Nexomon captures the nostalgic spirit of classic monster-catching games with colorful visuals, clever writing, and a generous lineup of creatures to discover. The turn-based combat is easy to learn, yet satisfying, and the witty dialogue adds personality to every encounter. Exploration feels rewarding, and the art style pops with personality. With its vibrant world and solid mechanics, Nexomon proves to be a fun and engaging journey that brings plenty of heart and humor throughout the adventure.
A time ruled by people.
Ancestors' Legacy is a real-time strategy game based on events from the Middle Ages that combines resource management, base development, and large-scale combat across massive battlefields. In order to prevail, players must pick one of 4 nations: Viking, Anglo-Saxon, German, or Slavic, and employ a variety of tactical options, strategic environment management, and temporary settlements. The game has a dramatic action camera that places players right in the middle of the action, allowing them to experience medieval violence like never before.
They never battled for glory or gilded robes.
Dungeons of Aether is a delightful blend of turn-based strategy and roguelike dungeon delving, packaged in a stunning pixel art style. The innovative dice-rolling engine combines luck and strategy, making each combat seem dynamic and exciting. The broad roster of characters, each with their own unique playstyle, keeps the gameplay interesting, while the attractive environment and intriguing plot entice you. Whether you're exploring dungeons or carefully planning your next move, This game provides a great balance of difficulty and enjoyment for RPG lovers. Teslagrad Remastered is a thoughtfully designed puzzle platformer that combines magnetic and electromagnetic mechanics to challenge the mind. Its hand-drawn art style creates an atmospheric world that encourages exploration and problem-solving. The controls feel responsive, making navigation through intricate levels satisfying. The story, told without words, adds a layer of mystery that enhances engagement. This title provides a rewarding sense of accomplishment through clever puzzles and immersive environments, making it a memorable adventure worth diving into. Super XYX is a love letter to classic arcade shoot-'em-ups, delivering fast-paced, bullet-dodging action with a modern twist. The pixel art is vibrant, the enemy patterns are intense, and the soundtrack keeps the adrenaline pumping. The game feels tight and responsive, making every dodge and shot satisfying. Power-ups and scoring mechanics add depth, rewarding both skill and risk-taking. It's challenging, but fair, offering that just one more run addiction. If you're a fan of old-school shoot-'em-ups, this is an absolute gem to add to your collection. Ninjin Clash of Carrots is a wild, fast-paced action game bursting with humor, energy, and style. Its colorful art direction and quirky characters give every stage a unique sense of fun, while the mix of hack-and-slash combat and endless runner mechanics keeps the gameplay thrilling and addictive. The difficulty ramps up just enough to stay engaging without feeling unfair. Playing in co-op mode adds a hilarious layer of chaos that makes it even better. It's an energetic, skill-based adventure that keeps the momentum going non-stop. Dead End City is a gripping vertical shooter set in a post-apocalyptic world where survivors have been captured by the deadly group Scorpio. Players must utilize a chariot to free their family from Scorpio's grasp. Fuel depletes rapidly, so gather as much as you can to prevent an abrupt halt. The game has explosive vertical shoot-'em-up action and 5 distinctively equipped vehicles to pick from. Players must collect gasoline to drive perilous post-apocalyptic roadways, fill their gas tank for increased firepower and score multipliers, and immerse themselves in classic pixel art visuals. Castaway is an exciting game in which players are taken to a pixelated universe where they must save Martin, a devoted pet abandoned on a mystery island. Players must beat 3 bosses in the story mode to get access to the addicting survivor mode, which requires them to scale a 50-floor edifice with more difficult obstacles. The game is intended for everyone, from experienced gamers to newbies, and has engaging pixel art graphics, unique weapon powers, and a compelling music. Players may select between pacifist and invincible settings and test their abilities in speedrun mode.
Your intuition and journey onward.
Glitchhikers: The Spaces Between creates a unique journey through a surreal, glitch-filled world that invites exploration and curiosity. The narrative is thought-provoking and mysterious, with each encounter deepening the sense of wonder. Its atmospheric visuals and intriguing soundtrack set a distinctive mood that lingers long after playing. The gameplay encourages thoughtful interaction, making every moment feel purposeful and engaging. This title is a refreshing and innovative approach to storytelling in gaming.
We see you. So many altered.
Eternal Threads is a narrative-driven puzzle game that feels both thoughtful and rewarding. The premise of changing past choices to alter future outcomes is engaging, and the branching paths give a real sense of control over the story. Watching how small actions ripple into bigger consequences keeps each decision meaningful. The cast is well written, and the unfolding mystery holds attention from start to finish. The pacing encourages experimentation without pressure, making it easy to sink hours into piecing everything together.
All we can do is try to fix it one piece at a time.
Project Helios, a 1971 turn-based strategy game, combines current military strategies and violent combat. Set in a world with restricted weaponry and transportation, the game follows 8 people as they create an alliance to find Dr. Margaret Blythe. Their voyage is filled with peril as they encounter raider attacks, military strongholds, and a terrifying anti-technology cult. They fight intense fights, form relationships, and reveal secrets. Each character's strategic and personal actions will lead them to one of 3 possible endings, making every step critical in their survival. Mandragora Whispers of the Witch Tree casts a mesmerizing spell with its hand-painted art and rich storytelling. Every corner of its world feels alive, echoing with secrets and a deep sense of wonder. Combat demands focus and timing, rewarding patience and skill as players face both eerie foes and moral choices. The soundtrack carries a haunting tone that fits each scene perfectly, pulling the heart into its folklore-inspired atmosphere. It's an extraordinary journey that celebrates artistry, challenge, and emotional depth in a way few games manage. Ghostpia Season 1 drifts through a soft, dreamy nightscape shaped by memory and quiet wonder. The story follows Sayoko, a gentle guide in a sealed town, searching for meaning while helping others face lingering doubts. Play unfolds through relaxed exploration, thoughtful dialogue, and steady emotional beats that invite reflection without pressure. Choices unlock fresh routes, optional scenes, and subtle shifts that reward careful attention. Hand-drawn art and warm music deepen the tone without overpowering the pacing. It stands as a complete, satisfying tale. Retro aesthetics and twin-stick precision collide in this anime-styled drift racer built around feel over speed. Players select from distinct machines, each with unique handling traits demanding careful adaptation. Cornering becomes an art as the right stick controls drift angle independently from throttle. Story campaigns, time trials, and multiplayer modes offer lasting appeal. Cel-shaded visuals pop with vibrant color while electronic beats pulse through every race. Inertial Drift carves its own lane as a refined and memorable racing title for Switch.